Some stories are so shocking you won't believe they actually happened in real life.
Yeah, her death. It was sudden.
Mind taking a look at this?
Today, we're diving into 10 true story movies on Netflix that will leave you speechless. These aren't just films, they're real events filled with survival, betrayal, courage, and unbelievable twists. Every movie on this list will pull you in and keep you thinking long after it ends. Make sure you watch till the end because the last one is absolutely insane. And don't forget to subscribe. 10. The Good Nurse, 2022.
There's insulin in her system.
You won't believe this chilling story about a hospital nurse who secretly murdered patients for years without anyone noticing. His co-worker Amy begins suspecting something strange when unexpected patient deaths keep happening during his quiet overnight hospital shifts. As Amy investigates further, she slowly realizes her friendly colleague might actually be one of the most dangerous criminals imaginable.
Just, work's been pretty awful without you there. You and I were partners.
What makes this story even more disturbing is that it really happened inside trusted hospitals meant to protect people.
You're killing people without ever touching them.
Watching Amy risk everything to stop him becomes incredibly intense because every moment feels like someone's life hangs dangerously. 9. Society of the Snow, 2023. Imagine surviving a plane crash high in the freezing Andes Mountains with no rescue coming anytime soon. This incredible story follows a rugby team forced to survive impossible conditions after their plane crashes in brutal weather. Food quickly runs out, temperatures drop dangerously low, and the survivors must make heartbreaking decisions simply to stay alive.
Cuando no tenés comida, te estás muriendo.
What makes this film unforgettable is the emotional bond between survivors trying desperately to hold on to hope.
Tenés que caminar por los demás.
Every moment feels painfully real, reminding you that these young men actually lived through one of history's most shocking survival stories. 8. The Swimmers, 2022.
We're forming an Olympic refugee team for Rio. We have a lot of work to do.
This inspiring story follows two sisters fleeing war in Syria while chasing their impossible dream of becoming Olympic swimmers. Their journey across dangerous waters and unfamiliar countries becomes one of the most emotional refugee stories ever told. At one point, they literally jump into open water and push a sinking boat filled with desperate people. You keep wondering how these young women found the courage to survive such terrifying moments.
Swimming is home.
By the end, their determination proves that hope and ambition can survive even the darkest moments in life. 7. Against the Ice, 2022.
When you travel into unknown lands,
Two explorers venture into the brutal Arctic wilderness, searching for proof that could change the borders of nations.
Captain, I'd like to come with you, if you'd allow me.
What begins as a scientific mission slowly becomes a terrifying survival story against freezing temperatures and endless isolation.
You're going to die up here.
Food disappears quickly, hope fades slowly, and the two men begin questioning whether they will ever return home. Watching their friendship tested by hunger, exhaustion, and loneliness makes every moment incredibly tense and emotional.
You always believe there'll be a way. It's not working anymore.
The craziest part is knowing this unbelievable Arctic survival story actually happened more than 100 years ago. 6. The Dig, 2021.
What are they?
You might think archaeology sounds boring until you see the incredible discovery that changed British history forever. A quiet excavation in the English countryside suddenly uncovers an ancient ship burial filled with priceless historical artifacts.
Why would anyone want to bury a ship?
I would expect.
As World War II approaches, historians realize they might be uncovering one of the greatest discoveries ever. The film beautifully shows how ordinary people can accidentally become part of something historically important.
Mrs. Pretty, I think you'd better come and see.
By the end, the emotional impact of preserving history becomes just as powerful as the discovery itself. 5. First, They Killed My Father, 2017.
American Marines were flown in from the U.S.
This heartbreaking film tells the story of a young Cambodian girl surviving the terrifying Khmer Rouge regime. Her peaceful childhood suddenly disappears when soldiers force families into brutal labor camps across the countryside. Through her eyes, you witness unimaginable hardship, starvation, and fear during one of history's darkest political tragedies. What makes the story so powerful is the strength she finds while trying to protect her family. It's one of those films that quietly breaks your heart while showing how resilient human spirit can be. 4. The Trial of the Chicago 7, 2020.
Score again that we're coming to Chicago peacefully, but whether
This gripping courtroom drama tells the unbelievable story of protesters charged after demonstrations during the 1968 Democratic Convention.
We're going to Chicago to protest the Vietnam War.
What should have been a fair trial slowly turns into political theater controlled by a clearly biased judge. The
There in a federal facility, real time.
defendants use humor, courage, and intelligence to challenge a system determined to silence their voices.
These defendants had a plan, and the plan was to incite a riot.
Watching their lawyers battle injustice inside the courtroom becomes both inspiring and deeply frustrating at times.
But his feelings.
is this prosecution politically motivated?
You realize this shocking legal battle wasn't fiction, but a real moment that changed American protest history. 3. Narvik, 2022. During World War II, a small Norwegian town suddenly becomes the center of a massive global conflict. German forces invade the town because controlling its iron supply could decide the outcome of the entire war.
Need to know where the German artillery positions are hidden.
Families living there must choose between survival, loyalty, and impossible moral decisions during the invasion. The film shows how ordinary civilians became trapped between powerful armies fighting for strategic control. Knowing this battle truly happened makes the emotional sacrifices of the characters feel even more powerful. 2. Dark Waters, 2019.
190 cows.
You tell me nothing's wrong here.
This shocking story begins when a corporate liar discovers a chemical company poisoning an entire American community.
Whatever's killing those cows is in the drinking water.
At first, he believes it's a simple legal case, but the investigation uncovers decades of corporate deception. Powerful executives try intimidating him, destroying evidence, and silencing anyone speaking about the environmental disaster.
Is knowingly poisoning 70,000 local residents to the left.
Watching one determined lawyer challenge a billion-dollar corporation becomes incredibly inspiring and incredibly frustrating simultaneously.
They have all the money, all the firepower, and they'll...
By the end, you'll feel shocked realizing this toxic pollution case affected thousands of real families. 1. Worth, 2021.
From the attacks in New York and D.C. reverberate across the entire nation.
This emotional story follows the man responsible for deciding financial compensation for victims of the September 11 attack.
We are proposing the Treasury Fund offering compensation to the victims.
He must create a system assigning monetary value to thousands of lives lost during that tragic day. Families devastated by loss confront him, questioning how anyone could measure the value of human life.
She's the one who called the tower on the radio.
Mommy's not coming home.
Every meeting forces him to reconsider his cold mathematical approach to something deeply emotional and personal.
You're just trying to win. I'm trying to make things right.
By the end, the film becomes a powerful reflection about empathy, justice, and the impossible decisions tragedies create. And that wraps up our list of the top 10 true story movies on Netflix that will shock you. These stories prove that real life can be even more intense and unbelievable than fiction sometimes.
Didn't even see a bird. Is there a point where perhaps we want to give up?
From survival and courage to crime and heartbreaking decisions, every movie leaves a lasting impact. Let me know in the comments which one shocked you the most or if I missed any great ones. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more top 10 movie lists every week.